Okay, Camp Card 2012. This is Little Blue Riding Hood. Let me introduce you to the big bad dog. It's played by Dave. Little Blue Riding Hood is played by Annalisa. Narrator is Justin. The uncle over here is Brent. And the secretary right here is Luke. Okay, you may begin.
Once upon a time, Little Blue Riding Hood was skipping through the Eiffel Tower. She had a basket full of hot dogs, and she was singing them to her uncle.
Over the river and through the woods to Uncle's house we'll go.
The big bad dog heard her singing and smelled that really yummy basket of goodies. He really wanted the hot dogs. The big bad dog stopped her.
Can I have some of your hot dog?
Quiet, quiet!
The big bad dog ran away, but he still wanted the hot dogs. So he ran ahead to Uncle's house and locked Uncle in the bathroom. Little Blue Riding Hood arrived and found the dog in bed, dressed as her uncle. Little Blue Riding Hood thought something was wrong. Was Uncle sick with the flu?
My, what big eyes you have!
Well, the big bad dog was very sensitive about his eyes. This made him very angry, and he decided to eat Little Blue Riding Hood. She screamed and ran to the office. This is where she met a big, strong secretary. The secretary captured the big bad dog and took him to your room. Little Blue Riding Hood found Uncle in the bathroom, and they all had hot dogs for dinner. They all lived happily ever after, except for the big bad dog, who spent a year in your room.
Okay, and can you get down here? Okay, so this is the Three Little Pigs, Mad Lib style. Okay, so we all know the story. They go from house to house, and the three little pigs, the wolf tries to eat them, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so right here is Anna. She is our narrator for the story. Okay, Carolyn is playing the wolf. Okay, Chris is playing pig 1. Jordan, turn around. Jordan playing pig 2. And Jake is doing 3, and he did the directing. Okay, let's get you guys started.
Once upon a time, there were 3 slow pigs. The first pig built his house out of pencils. The second pig built his house out of snow. And the third pig built his house out of house.
How does that make sense?
One day, a wolf went looking for his Steven Spielberg.
Oh, Steven Spielberg!
He thought
Steven Spielberg, where'd you go? Those pigs took my Steven Spielberg.
he went to the first pig's house in Wells.
Welcome to Wells.
The wolf knocked on the door and said,
Fast pig, let me in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
the wolf got mad and said,
Stop!
and he huffed and blew the house down. The first pig ran to the second pig's house in New York.
Welcome to New York.
The wolf knocked on the door and said,
Speedy pig, let me in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Tiny.
the wolf got mad and said,
Wow!
and he huffed and blew the house down. The pig ran to the third pig's house in Rochester.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Welcome to Rochester.
The wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pig, let me in.
Now,
Yeehaw!
the wolf got mad and said,
Yeehaw!
and he huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and huffed and pulled, but the house didn't fall down. The wolf decides to go down the chimney. The pigs hurried to the fireplace, made a fire, and boiled some coke. The wolf came down the chimney and fell in the boiling coke, burned his tail, and ran all all the way back home to Kennebunk. The end.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Stop! I am the master of the rock.
Who are you? I guess I'll say it again.
I am the master of the rock. Well, I haven't got paper. And I'll have a sword.
There's no sword in rock, paper, scissors.
Ah, that is where you are mistaken. Okay, alright. I am here to tell you the story of rock, sword, and firecracker.
I thought it was rock, scissors, paper.
You are wrong. The ancient game has been decided by scissors and paper. It is a mockery of the true art of the challenge. Shall I tell you the story?
Sure.
If you wish to hear the story, you must say, "Yes, master."
Yes, master.
Say, "Pretty please."
Pretty please.
Pretty please with a cherry blossom on top.
Come on.
Fine. I will tell you the story. It all began with rock.
You mean like the wrestler?
No. The Rock was a big, fat, lazy slob. He was unmovable. He was a champion sumo wrestler because no one could move him. He won every match, and then he sent a challenge out to all the warriors that no one could defeat him. So samurai and ninja from all over Asia came to fight him, but not even a sword could pierce his rock-like skin. But then a magician from a distant land came with a mighty weapon, a firecracker! No one had seen such a huge firecracker before. The magician faced off against the Rock. He lit the fuse and placed it at the Rock's feet. The Rock did not care. He did not think anything could defeat him. Suddenly, there was a huge explosion. There were screams and cries of pain. And when the smoke cleared, the Rock had fallen. Everyone stood quietly and couldn't believe their eyes. A few began to cry. The magician's laugh broke the silence. And he pulled another, even bigger firecracker from his robes. The magician yelled,
I shall rid this land of the Rock forever.
and he placed the firecracker next to the Rock and lit it. But then a young one, who was a big fan and collected all the Rock memorabilia, sprang into action. He snatched up a sword and swish, cut the fuse, saving the Rock from destruction. That is amazing.
Great story.
So I ask that you no longer dishonor the game with scissors and paper.
Yes, master.
We will, master.
Rock,
Sword,
firecracker. That is more fun.
Rock, sword, firecracker.
Boom.
So,
Excellent! Clapping!
so sword beats firecracker. Firecracker beats rock and rock beats sword?